This is Resident Evil 2, Condensed. The two main characters are Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield, and the two of them are headed to Raccoon City. Leon is starting his first day as a cop, and Claire is looking for her brother, Chris. The two of them meet at a gas station, where they encounter the infected for the first time.
Get in! Hold on.
Leon gives Claire a ride to the city, and when they arrive, a truck crashes into them.
Can't stay here, it's not safe!
I'll meet you at the station!
They're separated, so Leon makes it into the police department alone.
Hello? Is anybody here?
Everyone in the building is either dead or undead, except for Police Lieutenant Marvin Branagh.
Marvin Branagh.
Leon Kennedy.
Marvin gives Leon a few important items and a word of advice.
If you see one of those things, you take it out. Or you run. Got it?
Yes, sir.
A bit later, Marvin shows Leon camera footage of Claire, who has just arrived at the building. Leon goes to the gate where Claire's waiting, and they catch up for a bit.
Any luck with your brother?
No, not yet.
I'm sure we're gonna find him.
The zombies in the area wake up, so they part ways. Leon goes back inside and goes around the building, navigating through the building's incredibly antiquated systems. He opens the entrance to an underground passageway, and he tries to get Marvin to come with, but he refuses.
It's too late. Just go.
Leon goes underground and bumps into a hideously mutated man.
Jesus.
After dealing some damage, the guy retreats and falls over a rail. Leon makes his way upwards to a garage and is attacked by a dog.
What the dog doing?
Hey,
Enter Ada Wong, Leon's problematic love interest.
FBI.
Sorry. Thank you for your help.
Ada is dodgy of Leon and quickly leaves the scene.
Stop asking questions and get the hell out of here.
Okay, so because I'm telling Claire's side of the story too, there's going to be a few repeat scenarios. It's going to look like there's some plot holes, so just think of Leon and Claire's storylines as mostly complementary but separate in a few ways. Claire arrives at the station a bit later and sees Mr. X on the CCTV.
Bet he's not part of the rescue squad.
Mr. X is a bioorganic weapon created by Umbrella and was ordered to take out any witnesses. Claire encounters Mr. X in the building, who will continue to be a pain in the ass to both Leon and Claire. Claire makes it to the underground passageway and meets a little girl named Sherry.
Do you need help?
He's right behind you.
Oh my god.
Just like Leon's scenario, Claire battles with the mutated man until he retreats. As they make their way to the garage, Claire and Sherry bond for a bit.
What's your mom like?
She works at Umbrella. She's making an important new medicine.
Both of my parents are gone, and it's just me and my brother.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be. It means we've got something in common, and that's a good thing, right?
At the garage, the two of them encounter the chief of police, Brian Irons.
On the ground. Now. You tie her up now, or she dies.
What's this all about?
Child endangerment, for starters.
What are you gonna do to her?
None of your fucking business.
If you hurt her, I swear to God, my brother is stars, and I will
Sherry, get over here.
Irons takes Sherry away and she drops a pendant.
Stay safe, Sherry.
Switching back to Leon, he gets to the prison ward and meets Ben, an investigative reporter. Ben was locked up for trying to expose Chief Irons' shady business of Umbrella.
Irons? You mean Chief Irons? Is he still around?
Who cares? Hopefully he's somebody's dinner by now.
What do you mean by that?
He's the bastard that locked me in here.
Unfortunately, Mr. X comes by and crushes his head.
Just get me the fuck out of here!
Leon returns to the department to find Marvin, fully turned.
Marvin! I'll stop this, Lieutenant. I promise.
He also bumps into Mr. X, beginning his constant pursuit.
Jesus Christ!
After getting the necessary parts, Leon returns to the prison to retrieve Ben's keycard. Leon picks up a recorder and listens to an interview between Ben and a woman that works for Umbrella.
Come on, Annette. Nobody cares about that. They want to know about the G-virus and that big fucking sinkhole in the city, which, by the way, rumor has it goes straight to your underground lab. Now, are you going to talk to me, or are you going to... This interview's over.
On his way out, Mr. X shows up. Leon gets back to the garage, but Mr. X is one step ahead.
Oh yeah!
Leon and Ada head out together and drop by a gun shop where they meet Kendo.
Don't move. I'm not gonna hurt you.
I said don't move.
I'm just passing through.
Kendo's daughter is infected, but he fiercely tells Leon and Ada to back off.
Just let them be. Okay?
Just go.
I want to find out what's happening here. And stop whoever's behind it.
My mission is to take down Umbrella's entire operation.
Count me in.
Walking together, Ada tells Leon about Umbrella and their not-so-ethical secret business.
They have a virus. It turns people into indestructible monsters.
Going into the sewers, Leon jumps into the waterway first and a giant alligator crashes in.
Run.
The giant gators conveniently stop by a gas pipe, which Leon shoots. Back with Ada, she explains more about Umbrella and Annette, the woman she's looking for.
They don't sell the monsters. They sell the viruses that make them. And Annette is who makes the viruses. Scary as that alligator was, Annette is far more dangerous.
Coincidentally, the two of them happen upon Annette, but she's curiously indifferent to them.
Annette Birkin.
She's who we're looking for?
Not much time. Need to dispose of it. We're here for the G virus. That's not gonna happen.
Annette shoots at them and runs off.
You'll never get the G virus!
Leon is shot in the shoulder and he passes out for a bit, so Ada goes after Annette on her own.
Wow.
With her miracle hacking device, she goes through the sewers. Ada goes inside an incinerator to pick up a wristband, but Annette traps her in it.
Gonna burn me alive now?
But not to worry, hacking device comes through in clutch. Ada is still after Annette, but she traps Ada in a waste disposal room.
Is your husband still alive? Or did you kill him so you could take credit for G? Interesting theory.
Okay, theory.
Ada narrowly escapes the moving machinery, but she falls and injures her leg.
Where's Leon?
Checking in with Claire now, she gets into Chief Irons' taxidermy room. When she gets into a locked cell to grab a key, she gets a call from Irons.
Hello?
Good to see you again, Claire. We've got unfinished business.
Switching to Sherry, who's at the orphanage, she escapes the room she's trapped in and looks for a key to get out. Sherry almost gets her hands on the keys, but Irons stops her.
You need to learn to listen. Time to teach some manners.
It's a cat and mouse game between them for a bit, but Irons catches her in the end.
Now you're in trouble.
Let me go!
But the mutated man drops in and implants Irons with a parasite.
No, stop!
Switching back to Claire 30 minutes prior, Irons asks for Sherry's pendant.
Bring me the pendant, or Sherry dies.
Claire gets to the orphanage and finds Irons, right after he got fed the parasite.
Oh my god!
Claire finds Sherry underground and the two of them run from Mr. X. They get into an elevator and Mr. X also wants in, but the mutated man ganks him. Claire wakes up to Annette checking up on her.
Not infected.
Where's Sherry?
Sherry's fine. Tell me, what happened to William?
I don't know. Who's that?
The creature responsible for this.
I need to find Sherry.
My daughter is not your concern.
Okay, so just to be clear, the mutated man, aka William, and Annette are Sherry's parents. Further underground, Claire finds Sherry in the waste disposal room.
Those things were everywhere, and
You should have called the police. That's what we taught you.
I did, but nobody came, and you didn't answer your phone, so...
Sherry, I don't have time for this.
Sherry passes out, and so Claire looks for the necessary parts to open the door to the room. On her way to Sherry, William drops by, so the two of them battle until he's knocked over the edge by a giant crane. Claire gets to Sherry, who turns out to be infected with a parasite, so Annette tells Claire to get Sherry to the lab. On a cable car headed towards the lab, Sherry tells Claire that the pendant was a birthday gift from her mom.
All I really wanted was for her to be home more.
At the lab, Claire sets Sherry on a bed and determines to find an antiviral agent.
I'll be back soon. I promise.
Back to Leon, he wakes up and goes after Ada. He eventually finds her at the waste disposal room.
I'm coming, Ada.
Let's do this.
Leon and Ada reunite, and he decides to go to Umbrella's lab with her.
Annette let it slip. That's where the virus samples are. You up for this?
I think I could fit it in my schedule.
In the cable car headed towards the lab, the two share a moment.
If you can secure the G-Virus, I can make sure what happened in Raccoon City never happens again. If I'm gonna finish this case, you're the last hope I've got.
I'm not just gonna leave you here. What if you're attacked? What if you need help?
Leon goes to the lab alone, looking around to upgrade his wristband to bypass the clearance levels.
Our menu is designed for your nutritional needs.
Leon finds and takes the G-Virus sample, which triggers the facility's lockdown and self-destruct sequence. On his way back, William shows up, and Annette shoots him with an anti-bioweapon gun.
Left me no choice.
Leon pushes Annette for answers, so she tells him that William injected himself with the G-Virus, desperate to survive and safeguard his work.
Good God, William. What have you done?
William wakes up and throws Annette into a wall. To ensure William's containment, Annette drops Leon and William into a pit.
Alright, we end this here.
After Leon seemingly defeats William, he returns to Annette.
That looks bad.
She tells Leon that the G-Virus sample has to be destroyed and that Ada isn't to be trusted.
She's gonna sell it. G-Virus is gonna go to the highest bidder.
Annette passes out, so Leon heads out and meets Ada.
I was just thinking about you.
That makes two of us. Let me verify the G-sample and we get the hell out of here.
I ran into Annette. She claims you're not FBI.
Why couldn't you just hand over the sample?
The two of them face off, neither of them willing to shoot each other. But Annette shows up and shoots Ada in the shoulder.
Ada!
The G-Virus sample falls into the depths, and Leon holds onto Ada for a bit, but she ends up falling.
Take care of yourself, Leon.
No!
On his way to escape, Mr. X is still in hot pursuit.
Is this a fucking joke?
On an elevator ride down, Leon and Mr. X face off with each other.
Alright, come on.
Ada, who somehow survived the fall, drops a rocket launcher for Leon.
Where did this come from?
Leon makes it onto a train that's exiting the facility, and he meets up with Claire and Sherry.
Leon?
Hey.
Getting up to date on Claire, she finds the antiviral agent, which surprisingly can be accessed through Sherry's pendant.
Got it.
On her way back, Claire meets with Annette and fights with William.
You don't know what you're up against.
I have a pretty damn good idea.
Afterwards, she heads on back to Sherry.
So Sherry's gonna be alright?
She'll be weak for a little while, but she's free of the G-Virus.
Annette's knocking on Death's door, so they tearfully part ways of her.
Save my daughter.
We gotta hurry now. Come on.
Claire and Sherry find a train, and on the elevator ride down, William shows up yet again, even more mutated, but Claire manages to fight him off. On the train, Claire and Sherry meet with Leon.
Who's this?
This is Sherry.
Okay.
But there's one final disturbance, which of course happens to be William Birkin again. But Claire fights him off, and he's finally killed in the explosion. And the three of them make it outside, walking off into the sunset.
Hey, you guys can adopt me.
Adopt you.
And that's it. That's Resident Evil 2, Condensed. Thanks for watching.